girls with miles of hobby. Fa la 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 la.
All right, welcome back to Pat and Ken at the Holidays, the 2014 edition. I'm Patrick McDonald of HollywoodChicago.com and the Chicago Film Tour. Ken.
I'm Ken Candela.
Yes.
The movie wag.
Oh, this segment is actually the modern Christmas movie. And when I say modern, that we kind of overview the last 20 or so years, looking at some of the films that have become quote-unquote modern classics. So what's this year's?
This year is the 1994 Denis Leary film, The Ref.
Yes, The Ref. The Ref. An interesting title, an interesting premise, an interesting film. What's the plot of this film?
Well,
Ken?
the plot of the film is pretty simple. It's Denis Leary plays a kind of a small-time crook.
Aren't they all?
Aren't they all? And he takes a very dysfunctional family hostage on Christmas Eve.
That's pretty much it.
And it proceeds to be almost just like you're sitting in a psychiatrist's office.
You ran the stop sign.
I did not. There was no stop sign.
Oh, yes, there was, and yes, you did.
You didn't even see it.
He saw it. He said stop sign. I heard it very clearly.
I hijacked
Yeah, I am.
my
You
parents.
listen to anybody.
The couple was played by
Judy Davis.
And Kevin Spacey.
A very young Kevin Spacey.
Very young. And
Yeah.
they're both excellent in the film.
You know, it struck me that Kevin Spacey in American Beauty played a very similar role, except
You're right.
he only played the angry part of it. He didn't play the reform part of it.
Correct.
You know, you and my wife have a lot in common. You both think you have some right to life working out the way you want it to, and if it doesn't, you get to act any way you want. Problem with that is someone still has to be responsible. You think my life turned out the way I wanted because I live in this house. You think every time I look in the mirror, I shout, gee, I'm glad I'm me, and not some 19-year-old billionaire rock star with the body of an athlete and a 24-hour erection? No, I don't. So just excuse the shit out of me.
My feeling was it was a satire of a Christmas movie, because if you see the opening, it's so, you know, bright and cheery, and it's like the romantic town of Christmasdom. You know, the choir is singing, the police chief saying hi to everybody, and yet it was in a modern context with a lot of swearing.
Right.
Ken, the swearing was epic.
The F-bombs are dropping like crazy. I mean, constantly.
Fine. How are you? Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Of course, I'm a little tired from running for 10 miles because there was no car waiting for me.
Denis Leary knows how to swear like a musician plays a fine violin. I've said several people have put this on their list as their favorite Christmas movie. Why? Because it realistically portrays the issues that families have.
Everybody has some semblance of dysfunction.
Absolutely.
Maybe not to this degree,
Right.
but you can relate to something in it.
Well, the whole thing with families too is when you become adults and you start to relate to your parents as adults. That's where you start seeing the separations. You start seeing where, you know, people's priorities are. Just like everybody has their own priorities, their own agenda, and that's when it starts to clash. And it's done reasonably, sanely, interestingly enough in this film.
Right.
So anyway, your Christmas bells on this one, Ken.
I'm going to give this 4 fucking bells.
4 effing bells, Ken. I'm going to go 1/2 lower, go 3.5 on this for The Ref.
Denis Leary.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I heard it very clearly.
I hijacked
Yeah, I